Hey boys and girls, I'm going to go ahead and go over where you can find your assignment for Science Lesson 9, Describing and Predicting Motion. You're going to go to your science course, and we are still working in our first module, which is titled Forces in Motion. And we're looking at Lesson 9, Forces in Motion, HCS, Describing and Predicting Motion. You'll click on the blank page icon for your lesson. The second link for lesson 9 here is where you're going to submit your work. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the blank page icon. This is a lesson that has been created by Horry County Schools because this part of the standard was not in BUZZ. So it was created kind of like your social studies assignments and lessons. So we're going to go ahead and open up the lesson. It's a Google slide presentation. You can click on the link here or click on the picture, and it'll take you to the slideshow. It's 12 slides long. You want to make sure you go through all slides and go through all of the examples. In this lesson, we're looking at describing, We're looking at describing and predicting motions of an object. We're going to learn about things such as position, direction, and speed. And it goes through different examples of each. So you've got position here. It goes over some key words that help describe position, such as above, below, beside, behind, ahead of. And it gives you an example with a picture. Position can also describe distance from a reference point. So it has an example of what that looks like with a picture as well. Describing motion can also be, you can use direction to also describe motion. Descriptions such as north, south, east, west, right, left. You can also use things like forward and toward, up or down. Again, examples that will help you. Speed can also describe motion, how fast an object is moving, so how that information is in here for you. There's more examples for speed. Then you've got some keywords that help describe position, direction, and speed. Notice speed is broken up into distance traveled and rate of time. So on this slide, it says, now that you've learned how to talk like a scientist about motion, let's put those skills to work. So it'll go through on this slide. It'll ask you some specific questions that you can write in your notebook. The word here that's cut off is describe. That pencil is cutting it off, but describe the speed, direction, position of the leaves as the wind blows and when it stops. So you can write that in your notebook, and then on the next slide, you can check your answer. So this is a great slide to use to kind of help you understand and make sure that you understand how to describe motion, because your assignment, which is on the last page, is predicting the motion of an object. That can be found right here by clicking on that link. And this is where you're going to have a few different scenarios that you're going to answer questions on. So it says, read the following situations, predict the motion, use complete sentences to describe the motion, use the following vocabulary words. So it has the vocabulary words that are in the lessons right here in the box. Words for position, words for direction, and words for speed. Remember, speed can be broken up into distance traveled and rate of time. So make sure you use these words when you're answering the questions below. Then you've got different situations. A hungry mosquito sees Jeffrey resting in a hammock in a 3-meter-per-second breeze. The mosquito will need to travel at the same speed as the breeze to reach Jeffrey. The mosquito is 9 meters away from Jeffrey, resting on a flower. Predict the position, direction, and speed the mosquito will travel to hover over Jeffrey. And then there's some questions about that situation. 5 questions exactly. So make sure that you use these words as you're answering those 5 questions. And then you've got another situation. Mohammed stands on a 9 feet tall ladder to drop a water balloon. The balloon will take 3 seconds to hit the ground. Predict the position, direction, and speed of the balloon after it leaves Mohammed's hand. And you've got 5 questions to answer for that situation. Don't forget question 10 on this last page. Make sure, like I said, to use these terms when you are answering the questions in or on your worksheet here when you're answering questions on the 2 different situations. Once you have all 10 questions completed, you'll go back to your Buzz assignment or your Buzz page, and on the next activity tab, this is where you will submit your work for lesson 9, Forces in Motion, HCS Describing and Predicting Motion. You'll have a blue plus button here in the bottom right hand corner where you can attach all of the pages for that assignment. Let me know if you have any questions.